Hi guys! We are going to be doing a zodiac reading, so I'm just going to randomly shuffle and get a random zodiac. So we'll see whose this is going to be. Another fire sign. We're going Sagittarius. Where are my Saggies? Awesome, awesome. Alright, what's going on with the collective of Sagittarius? So Sag, I feel like some of you guys might be embracing some kind of new uniqueness about you. There's something about you guys that you're recreating or you're reinventing something. Whether this is your look or a career, you're changing something about yourself though that's making people notice you more. Like and it feels, for some of you guys, it might even be art. I don't know. There's something here about you guys doing something out of the ordinary. Maybe you're doing something, for some of you guys, you could be doing something that's for like charity, or you could be doing something. This is something you've had to have perseverance with and wisdom on, though. This is something that has evolved and changed you. Passion and facade. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have dealt with a lot of people that have worn masks around you. And these people could have pretended to have the same kind of love and passion that you do. I don't know why I'm getting this, but I am getting this. Okay, so Sag, I feel like a lot of you guys have dealt with this in relationships, like dating-wise, where they will pretend to like the same things that you like in order to date you, or in order to, like, obviously try and get in your pants kind of a thing. So, I don't know, you have very lack of trust in a lot of people, but I feel for a lot of you guys, you have gone through something. Maybe you haven't oh, you know what, this is something I'm also getting. And this one, I think, will resonate for pretty much most Sagittarius, is that other message I felt like was only for a few people. Imposter syndrome. You could be feeling imposter syndrome right now. Like, your world is changing for the better. Things are going to start working out for you, or you've worked so hard, Sag, to get to where you are. And now that you're at where you are, you feel like you don't deserve it, or like, you had to learn to decide what was worth pursuing and what was not worth pursuing, Sag. You had to learn what was fake and what was real. You had to learn that even in business, even in relationships, like throughout the course of this journey for you, you have had to overcome things and had to overcome the delusions or the illusions that people try to put onto you. And you're realizing that not all that glitters is gold. This has kind of forced you to make tough decisions in your life too because of this. So you have gained the awareness of being careful. You know to be careful. But you're moving on from something here, and I want you guys to know, if you can imagine it, you can do it. But if you can imagine it, you have to do it. Because if you just imagine it, but you don't take that effort, do it. There's no such thing as a perfect time. Do it, do it, do it. Go for it. It's time to like clean up your doubts, your mindsets, the things that you know is keeping you stuck. There's a little bit of self-sabotaging going on here, Sag. Mostly because you're trying to be fair in a situation, or you're trying to put yourself in a decent position, a decent spot, but what you're not realizing is it's almost like, okay, so this is something I'm kind of getting, I don't know why this popped in my head, but if you're like a rock climber, so like I have this image that it's like, you know what it's like when you're rock climbing, and then there's like I don't really do this as a sport, so I don't really know a whole lot, but there's like a little tiny ledge that you can just kind of put your feet on, but you don't have a whole lot of wiggle room, and you're scared to jump to the next spot, which might be further out, and that might be a harder point of contact, but it's like a bigger, wider platform that's going to help you, and it's going to be much easier for you to get up and then become successful. But in order to get from point A to point B, you have to be able to make that transition, and it's really scary because it's like, well, if I slip, I could fall and I could die, or I could get really seriously hurt. And it's like you're doubting yourself, you're doubting your strength, you're doubting your ability, you're doubting your it's like you're doubting the universe, you're doubting God, you're doubting it's like you're doubting the whole situation. And it's needing to go back to that point of source, back to center. And back to center is just breathe. You know, like we get in our heads, and fear clouds judgment more than anything. And so you guys are in this moment of you are transitioning, or you're moving into a new phase here that is going to be more comfortable for you, Sag. But in order to get to it, you're going to have to sacrifice, and you're going to have to trust, and you're going to have to take that leap of faith, and you're going to have to just go for it. Even if it doesn't seem like it's in good circumstances. Sometimes you just have to make that. A miracle is heading your way. So there's like no need to really stress, but you are, which we all do. But there is a need to know that you have this, you got this. You're not the same person that you once were. You're now way more able, capable, and willing, and have the tenacity and the endurance to do this. So maybe back then you couldn't, but that's where we have to move past that. It's like You know, when they get an elephant at like a circus and they tie it up, I know I've used this analogy once or twice before, I think in some readings a long time ago, but this is like really true because it just, it's incredible what your mind can do. But what they would do is they would tie a baby elephant to around a tree trunk, and then the baby elephant would try and pull and do everything it can to get itself free, but it wasn't as strong as the tree trunk or the tree. And now that the baby elephant is an adult, it could easily just pull that stump right out of the ground, but the elephant is still in that little baby elephant's mindset where he remembered that he tried really, really, really hard and didn't get anywhere. And so that is why it's always nice to check your barriers, because sometimes, like, that's the thing, if you try something once and you hate it, and then like a year or two later, try it again. You might have better taste buds. You might end up liking this thing. This might end up working out for you. Maybe you have a different perspective, mindset, or different feelings towards something. It's crazy how sometimes we miss out on our blessings, or we miss out on miracles, or we miss out on things that is all around us because of a judgment or a bias or an opinion that may or may not even be formed in reality. So it's always saying what you think, you become. So focus on your thoughts. Listen to music right now that could be a little bit, this would help you with your mood and your mindset. But also for some of you guys, maybe that is what is being created. There's something that you're doing though, Sag, and it's just saying, listen, you got this, you are well deserving of this, a miracle is heading your way, accept it with open arms. Just know that you deserve this, and it's needing you to relax, okay? Listen to some music, enjoy yourself. Don't take things too personal, okay? And just as a little heads up for you guys, we're ending this reading, but it says you are somebody's reason to smile. So just know that you are loved, Sag, and just know as well that like whatever this thing is, it's like you're equipped. You got this. You deserve this. You worked for this. So get out of your own head. Stop sabotaging yourself. All right. Love you guys. Bye.